What's good, everybody? It's your man DL Saint. It's election night. I'm sitting here in Florida. You guys know I've been following the New York City mayor race, and I just did a video. I just did a video on this phone. I haven't uploaded it about how it was a walk in the park. Zohran, they won. The fat lady singing. Start popping the bottles. It's gonna be the party of all parties. New York is gonna be off the chain. And I'm watching Breaking Points, and they're throwing up some numbers. Yeah, Zohran Mamdani is going to win this race. But what's that? No, you have to check with your counselor, Florida State. My daughter don't want to take her. She doesn't want to fulfill her foreign language requirement. Trying to skirt around stuff like you got to do 2 years of foreign language to go to college. Um, and she's asking Chat GPT. Look, it says I don't have to have it. Like you got to have it to get into college. This is parenting. I love it. It's the greatest job I ever had in my life, man. Just trying to watch my daughter trying to cut corners. I'm like, just do it. She's taking Spanish. She's fluent in Spanish, like us taking English. Just do it. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Looks like Zohran Mamdani is going to win this race. It looks like I think they have 60% of the vote in. He's up. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back a little bit. This kind of threw me off a little bit. I want to throw the numbers up. So here we go. Here are the numbers. Looks like Zohran Mamdani is gonna win. 69% of the votes are in as of this time. Like right now, it's what time is it, man? There's about 9:35 or so East Coast time. Zohran Mamdani has 782,403 votes. That's like 50%. Andrew Cuomo has 646,951 votes, 41.4%. But there's still, I think, 1 million plus votes out there. So, Zohran Mamdani looks like he's going to have over 50% of the vote. He's at 50% now, it looks like. But a lot of votes are swinging for Cuomo. I guess Cuomo is taking a lot of Republican votes from Silva. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Curtis Silva. So he only has 120,476 votes. He has like 7.7% of the votes, which he is really underperforming. So I guess the fat lady is not singing. The party is not over. They still got a lot of race here to go. But if Zohran Mamdani gets 51% of the vote and he wins, I mean, that's it. He's the mayor. And right now it looks like he's at 50%. So I'm just going to turn the TV back to live and just see where it is. But I just thought that he had this thing, man. I thought he had this thing in the bag. I made a video about it. Was saying all this stuff like, oh, now he has to perform. Shit, man, he still has to get in there. And they're going borough by borough now with election results. Some random outlet called the election for Mamdani. If you look at the betting website out there that sets the odds for these bets, they already got him winning. So if you bet on Mamdani winning, you're gonna get some money. But they're going like they're looking at the different boroughs: Staten Island, Long Island. They're looking at the Bronx, whatever, and they're just trying to, just kind of go through there and see where these other votes are and how will the votes swing. Are they going to go for Cuomo? See, I don't know anything about New York. I can't get into that. I don't know which borough is more Republican, which borough is more Democrat, which borough is more independent. I don't know. But if you guys are out there looking for something to watch, man, go on YouTube right now. Watch Breaking Points. They're doing live coverage of the elections, and this is the only election that's kind of coming in close. And let's say for a moment that Cuomo does somehow manage to find the votes and win this election. He's still a Democrat, even though he's running independent. This is Donald Trump's pick, right, for the mayor of New York. So been a lot of negative ads, a lot of money out there to kind of turn people against Zohran Mamdani. But, we're going to see, man. I think. So that sounds like victory night. I think it's guys in the Zohran party reacting to the fact that the AP is calling All right, the Associated Press, it seems, allegedly the Associated Press is calling a race for Zohran Mamdani. That's the first legit outlet that's called this race. So, you know, it was just there in the last seconds there. I was like, hold on, is this going to be a race now? Looks like Mamdani has won. Looks like he's going to have over 51%, or over 50% of the vote. So he's going to be fine. I think the magic number is 51, actually. I think he has to have over 51% of the vote, and then there won't be a runoff or anything like that. So it looks like he's going to be the next mayor. Right? It's always going to be exciting, man. It's always stuff going on. If you're in New York, bro, that's the place to be. That's the party. That's the party. You know, Mamdani headquarters, they just won this race. Man, you know, to go from the underdog, less than 1% of the vote to winning, is going to win by at least, if these numbers hold, somewhere around 7-8% of the vote, maybe, or more. That's a lot in politics, guys. That's a lot for an outsider. That's a lot. You know, fighting against the establishment, Democrats fighting against, you know, the highest Republican in the land, which is Trump. Looks like he pulled it off, man. You know, shout out to him. Congratulations to him. Now the question remains, will he be able to govern? Will he be able to do the things that he said he was going to do? We'll see. It's a heavy lift. It's a heavy lift. But if he can do 3 or 4 things that he said he was going to do, I think he'll be all right. I think they'll buy him another term as mayor. And those things are, you know, if he can get the buses to go faster and make the buses free for New Yorkers, that'll be big. I think he can do that. I think that won't take too much work. I think he can get that done. Universal child care for kids, you know, for families in New York. Just imagine, you know, no one in New York has to pay for child care, universal child care. That would be major. I don't know if he can get that done, but maybe he thinks he can. He has a plan. What was the other one? The grocery stores, like one city-owned grocery store in East Borough, which will provide low-cost food for New Yorkers. You still have to buy it, but you're just buying it at low cost. If he can pull that off, that would be major. And then he has a few other things he wanted to do, but one of them was like the rent stabilization and more affordable housing for New Yorkers. The rent stabilization, he probably be able to pull that off. Just, you know, just don't allow landlords to raise their rents. You know, they have stuff in place in New York for that. But, you know, getting more affordable housing, that's definitely going to be a challenge. But if he can pull those things off, yeah, bro. Yeah, he's going to be a legend in New York. He wasn't born in America, so he can never run for president of the United States. That's going to, you know, have a lot of Democrats breathing at ease. But I think he can, you know, run for governor. And if he can do well in New York, he, you know, that might translate to him going to Albany or whatever and becoming, I think Albany is the state of New York, the capital of New York, and, you know, get into the, you know, gubernatorial business and run the state from there. Who knows? But Republicans, I'm telling y'all, Trump has led you guys down this road of destruction, and y'all brand is trash. Like, Democrats have cleaned up in these elections. If this is any indicator of what the midterms are going to look like, MAGA especially is going to take a beating. I think moderate Republicans and Democrats are going to rule the day. So, you know, you're going to start hearing people talk about a blue wave, blue tsunami, and all that good stuff. And I think it might happen. The only way that I think the Republicans can avoid that is if the current administration does a complete 180 and begins to help Americans. You know, sending $40 billion to Argentina, not a good thing. That's taking business away from your farmers, mostly MAGA, taking business away from your ranchers, your cattle ranchers, MAGA. You know, you got the stuff going on in Venezuela, you know, going to war. Americans don't want to go to war. Trump's supposed to be the anti-war president. He's talking big, tough, real tough talk to Africa. I think it's Nigeria, about doing some military stuff there. You know, this trade war with the tariffs and all that. You got that thing going on. This is not good. Meanwhile, the economy is jacked up. You know what I mean? Because of the tariffs, Americans are paying more. I just went to the grocery store, man. I spent twice what I normally spend buying the same stuff I always buy. I thought my bill would be around 80, 90 bucks. I think it was $150, $155 for a quick stop at the grocery store, just picking up some odds and ends. Bro, gas prices are still up. Energy prices are up. Rent is up. all this stuff is being blamed on Trump. He said he was going to fix all that. Remember, just trust me, just trust me. So people trusted him. Now they feel betrayed. And what's going to happen? Democrats are going to wind up in office. It sucks we only got two parties, guys. It sucks we got a two-party system. I wish we had two more parties. I wish we had four viable parties. Because right now I'm an independent and I'll stay an independent. And, who knows? I might even run for office down here in Central Florida. I might, but I'll run as an independent. And then I will probably more likely caucus with the Democrats. But I will work with moderate Republicans. But MAGA, I can't do nothing with MAGA, man. I can't do nothing with them, bro. They just don't make any sense. I hope they go back to the fringes and go back, go the way of the Tea Party, and we can get back to doing serious business, man. So, and I was a registered Republican guy. I was trying, y'all. I was trying. I'm like, you know what? I have these beliefs, and this is what I want to do. And, my political views kind of align with the Republican historic, the old GOP. But y'all saw all that stuff, all the racial stuff that's going on. You see how these weirdos over there are doing what they're doing and saying what they say. They don't want someone like me in their party. They don't want me around. My Republican friends are like, no, you're wrong. We do want you. We really do. No, you don't. You want a Byron Donald, right? You want one of these black dudes who are going to just sit there and say, yes, sir, Mr. Jimmy. I ain't that dude, right? I'm not that dude. I'll never be that dude. And I don't care how much money you throw at me, man. I can't rock with you. You got these people over here talking about watermelon people and all this. You got all this racist stuff going on. You got the vice president of the United States of America trying to defend it. Nah, bro. Nah, can't rock with you. Sorry. That's just not me. Now, if you over there, that's fine. I ain't got a problem with you. I ain't got a problem with you. You know what I mean? If we can do stuff and get things done for Americans or the people, our city, our district, our state, whatever, that's fine. But if you're down with these racist people, I can't be down with you, man. So that's too bad, man. This is why the Republican Party is dying, right? They are literally dying off. And this is why they're going to lose their power, right? They can't even keep people like Marjorie Taylor Greene. You don't get more MAGA than she is. And we look what she's doing, pushing back on Trump, right? The Epstein file stuff, pushing back on Trump with the big, beautiful bill and, basically gutting people's health care, making it so Americans can't even afford health care. She's pushing back on that. She see what's up? The whole time she's like, he's my president, I love him. But we need to see that list. We need to see the Epstein files, right? We need to do something about it. Like, the Republicans keep saying they got a plan. No one's giving us a plan for health care, but they want to take away the Affordable Care Act, right? That's Marjorie Taylor Greene, y'all, saying that, right? So really good interview she did. Really good show on Bill Maher's show. If you guys want to check that out on HBO. But anyway, Marjorie Taylor Greene, man, she was on The View. I haven't even seen that yet. I'm going to watch that probably tomorrow. She was on The View. I'm curious to hear what she had to say and, how the mother hens were pecking away at her. I want to hear what they had to say. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got, man. Do me a favor. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Zohran Mamdani, next mayor of New York City. The people in New York elected a socialist. That's going to be the headlines tomorrow. Let's see how he governs. Let's see if he can pull off. Well, he just pulled off the unthinkable. What he did, shout out to him, salute to him. To even win this race, he ran one hell of a race. He's one hell of a politician. But let's see if he can govern. Let's see if he can, make good on these promises he made to the people of New York. I'm definitely I'm gonna keep my eyes on it. So I gotta go. That's it. Oh, before I leave, there was a very, very terrible airplane crash in Louisville, Kentucky today. UPS MD-11 crashed and sparked fires at factories just off the real close to the airport. Major fires. They were, putting the local first responders are down there trying to get those fires under control. There was reports that there were 3 fatalities and 11 injuries. Of course, that number is going to be way higher. You see the photos and videos from what's going on down there, man. It'll blow your mind. I covered that on I Really Want to Know podcast. If you want to check it out, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, everyone else has covered it as well. New York Post and stuff all over the internet now. But thoughts and prayers goes out to those people who were lost in that accident. And also thoughts and prayers for the first responders out there doing their thing, man. Salute to them. All right. For real. I'm out. I'm DL saying, man, holler at me in the comments below, man. I'm going to see y'all around. Peace.